Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a man who faced second-degree burns from a house fire in Rowan County in July is finally home from the hospital. And former London Mayor Randall Weddle and many community members who support him were in court on Friday.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Caroline Mueller. The time is now 6:31 and today's date is Monday, September 22nd. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Desmond for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, today is the first day of fall. How about that? I feel like we've really had these summer temperatures for a long time, but fall is kind of knocking on our door, wanting to get started here.
I know, it definitely is. And one thing I actually noticed as I was putting the fall on the 7-day for today, they always sing the song, do you remember the 21st night of September? And I think it's because it's the last day of summer. So I guess that's why that is the way it is. But let's get into that forecast for you as you're heading outside of the door this morning, looking at some foggy conditions. Drive carefully as you're heading out on the road. And in terms of rain, we're mostly clear. However, we are looking at a little sprinkle chance in between portions of Wayne and Pulaski County this morning. Storm chances are on the way as you're heading into the afternoon. And in terms of temperatures, we're sitting in a mixture of the 60s, but this afternoon we're looking at a mixture of the 80s. Mainly the low to mid 80s is what you can expect around that 3 o'clock time frame. Caroline.
Megan, thank you. A Kentucky sheriff was hit by a car while responding to a crash on I-64 Saturday. The initial crash happened on I-64 East near mile marker 113 and shut down 3 miles of interstate. KSP tells us officers in Bath County called the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office to help shut down the road. When the Montgomery County Sheriff, David Charles, got there, he was hit by a car, totaling his cruiser. Sheriff Charles and the driver of the car were hospitalized, but are expected to be okay. The Montgomery County Fiscal Court says Sheriff Charles doesn't have any broken bones and is, quote, beat up pretty bad, but is in good spirits. We don't know if anyone will face charges in connection with either crash. A suspect has been arrested in western Kentucky in connection to a Rowan County double homicide. Kentucky State Police say 44-year-old Joshua Cottrell is facing 2 counts of murder and 1 count of tampering with physical evidence. Maggie Rickerby was in Rowan County Friday, and she has the latest on the investigation.
When you're at home, you're supposed to feel safe. You're supposed to feel comfortable when you're on home, and to not have that, I couldn't imagine.
It's been a heartbreaking scene here in Rowan County as we've learned more information on a double homicide that claimed the lives of a mother and a daughter. Police say the Rowan County Sheriff's Office was called to a home just after 10 in the morning for a wellness check. That's where they found the victims. 37-year-old Kayla Blake and 13-year-old Kennedy McWhorter are their names. Police say an initial investigation named 44-year-old Joshua Cottrell a suspect in the double homicide. Police found Cottrell at a hospital all the way in Paducah. He was treated at that hospital, released, and arrested. He's now facing 2 charges of murder and 1 charge of tampering with physical evidence. Cottrell is currently being held at the McCracken County Jail. Neighbors say it's a quiet neighborhood here on Spring Street South. Many are shocked and heartbroken for this family.
Really great family. I mean, our interactions, it wasn't much. My daughter played softball with her a couple times. The mother took pictures of our daughter and gave them to us. It was really, really sweet lady.
Suarez says his daughter is struggling with the loss of her classmate.
My daughter goes to school with her, and it kind of hit her really hard.
The investigation remains ongoing. In Rowan County, Maggie Rickerby, WKYT.
A memorial has been set up at the Rowan County High School softball field in honor of 13-year-old Kennedy McWhorter. Moorhead Parks and Recreation says Kennedy was a talented softball player who shined in their leagues as well as on travel teams. A man who faced second-degree burns from a house fire in Rowan County in July is finally home from the hospital. His family says he's healing well. He came home about a week ago on his wedding anniversary. He was in the U of L burn unit for 3 to 4 weeks and another 20 days receiving care in Mount Sterling.
Oh, she was ecstatic to have him home. And she said it was the best anniversary present she could have ever got.
And he was awful good looking. It still is.
The home the fire destroyed has been owned by the Smedleys since 1967, when the pair first got married. Loretta Smedley says she and her husband will be moving into a place near their kids. A Pike County man is behind bars after state police say they found thousands of dollars worth of drugs in his home. James Hardesty was arrested on Friday. Troopers say they were searching his home in the Hardy community when they found nearly 24 pounds of what they believed to be marijuana. Then they found 200 grams of fentanyl, 11,000 grams of liquid THC, 2,100 edible doses of THC, and 22 firearms. Mushrooms and cash were also found in the home. He's being held in the Pike County Detention Center. A man accused in a deadly DUI crash in southern Kentucky is on his way to prison nearly 1 year after the crash. Police say Larry Stoll was drunk when his car collided with a motorcycle on US 27 in Pulaski County. The driver of the motorcycle, Chester Dick, died. Friday, Stoll was in court where he pleaded guilty to wanton murder, assault, and other DUI-related offenses.
There were multiple places where this defendant could have made a different decision, and which has led to this tragedy. And there's no amount of time that can make this right for Chester's family.
Police say Chester's wife was also injured in the crash, but prosecutor's office did not have an update on her condition. Stoll will be serving a total of 30 years for wanton murder and assault. Former London Mayor Randall Weddle and many community members who support him were in court on Friday. While the city council's attorneys were there, the council members were not. Judge David Williams says there would be no new evidence, only everything on the record from Mayor Weddle's impeachment hearing. One of the charges that received a lot of questions was the mayor's approval of a mortgage involving Levi Jackson State Park.
Hey, I'm assuming you're going to have city council approval. He doesn't get city council approval, and he goes and he executes this.
Well, just look at the loan documents. It's very clear that the debt, the 372 payments, will be paid by the Tourism Commission.
The judge did not set a date for the hearing. He says he will advance to his docket as soon as he receives and reviews requested filings from both sides. Students from 3 Perry County high schools are teaming up this semester, designing a park that everyone in the community can enjoy. I have more on how the Carrot Top Fall cohort is giving them a voice in building a more accessible future. It may look like a regular class project, but students from Hazard, Perry Central, and Buckhorn high schools are designing something that will last far beyond the school year.
It's a 10-week program that we bring in local high school students of all abilities, so those with and without disabilities, to make changes in their community. We teach them about accessibility, we teach them how to adapt things for people with certain types of disabilities.
Students were divided into mixed school teams for this semester's Carrot Top cohort, each assigned a different sense to bring to life in a new sensory park in Hazard. One of those teams includes Buckhorn sophomore Molly Mullins.
I'm in the group for Smell, and we're working on different scents. We plan on starting a garden and using different flowers and scents to make the park more comfortable for people.
Another team includes Perry Central freshman Elena Baker, who says her inspiration comes from family.
And my cousin, he has autism. He was, whenever he goes to sensory parks, he always likes the slides that have the little rolling things. And the Burrell and stuff, they were talking about that.
For Hazard senior Aubrey Cornett, 4 years in Carrot Top have helped shape her future plans.
Before starting this, I didn't really have an interest in the medical field, but now I'm looking at, medical engineering and how accessibility works into engineering, because that's what I want to do.
Making the mountains accessible for everyone. At the end of the program, the group will present their designs to their parents, the engineering team, and local and school leaders. The Kentucky Community and Technical College System has approved its budget for the next 2 years. In a release, KCTCS says it's requesting $238 million next year and $272 million in the 2027-28 year. The system says that's a 7% increase next year and 22% increase the year after. With the money, KCTCS says it will adjust for inflation, fund new construction projects, and boost campus security. The board will hold its next meeting on December 4th.
We're still looking at those warmer temperatures as you're heading out the door, and a mixture of the 60s, starting to see a little bit of a cooling trend as some rain is on its way going through the next couple of hours. Now, in terms of this afternoon, though, we are looking still at temperatures in a mixture of the low to mid 80s. Which is warm for this time of year. We'll see those temperatures begin to drop as we head into tomorrow and throughout the rest of your week. Now, right now we are mostly clear, but we are seeing a little bit of some rain popping up. More chances are on the way as a storm system makes its way into eastern Kentucky this afternoon. So here's what you need to know for that bus stop forecast. 60s on the way to school, and as you're heading home, we're looking at those low 80s with those chances of rain. Caroline.
Thank you, Megan, and thank you for joining Mountain News this morning. The time is now 6:41. Still to come, a new furry addition at an elementary school is helping anxious young students feel more comfortable, one look at a time.
Travel